Welcome everyone to part 6 of the Homestuck read-through. Today we are likely going to finish the intermission section. Last time we left off with Spade Slick, or one of his other gang members, I forget their names, walking upstairs and bleeding, or following a trail of blood that he found, I should say. We shall start now. Can't overthink this time stuff. You go with your gut and head upstairs. Follow Diamond Droog's instructions. After giving a quick 10-4 over the radio, you take another look at your prisoner. He lucked out. Looks like round 2 of your brutal interrogation will have to wait. Couldn't find any rope, so you tied him up with a Stretch Armstrong doll, which you happen to have lying around. You don't remember how you got it. It looks sort of dumb, but it will have to do. Just lock those in the battledrobe. Time to hit the road. You beat your hostage into the back of your battledrobe with the bull penis cane. Wait, this is a bull penis cane? You flip the fuck out over the fact that this is apparently a bull penis cane. Meanwhile, running roughly parallel with present events, Itchy always cheats, but he's always cheated for the last time. You're gonna jump to a timeline where he's dead. Looks like he got what he deserved. But, as usual, you find yourself in a bit of a predicament. Make friends with Di. You introduce your cast iron horse hitcher to your new friend. Di scrambles for a pin he's been saving for a special occasion. How many times does he have to tell you he made this town? Stop being Spade Slick. You stop not being Bahart's boxcars. You have made your way to the Felt's secret vault. It's bigger than you were expecting. You doubt you will be able to rely on your usual safe cracking method, which is prying it from the wall with your bare hands. You'll have to think of something else. Do a silly dance. This is just absolutely the most ridiculous thing you could possibly choose to do right now. I mean, come on. Why don't you take a closer look at that safe? Seriously, stop that. Pry the wall from the safe. That notion is even more ridiculous than the last one. Wait, who are you kidding? No, it isn't. Looks like the combination to the safe is entered via the hands on the clock, and you somehow doubt spinning the hands around manually is going to cut it. Knowing these guys, you've got to alter the flow of time itself to make it work, which of course is bullshit. You think you'll just blow it up instead. Time to get Deuce on the radio. Deploy punch box. You deploy the wrath tub. Retrieve 2 hearts from backup hat. You retrieve your pair of wax lips. If anyone tried to steal your wax lips, you would eat their eyeballs and deliver an angry lecture into their empty sockets. Peruse Red Cheeks magazine. Just glancing at it gives you palpitations. Literature for avid cardio aficionados, such as yourself. Those burgeoning red humps, that mischievous little tail, the snug, welcoming cleft. The saucy imagery is hard to beat. Harder than what you beat inside your chest now. Your heart is what you're beating. You beat it to Red Cheeks magazine pretty regularly, you'd say. Call clubs on nearest card. You radio Deuce on the 10 to 4 cards. Let him know you need a powder monkey on the double. You hear ticking, and it's not coming from the big vault clock above. You hope it's not what you think it is. Oh no, oh god. It's Biscuits. His oven timer is ticking. This is no good. There he is. This idiot thinks his special oven transports him into the future by the amount he sets on the timer. Well, he's sort of right, but in reality all that's happening is that he's hiding in there until the timer's up, then pops out. You guess he's relatively harmless if he's alone. You can take him. What you really have to worry about is if he teams up with... Oh no, that ringing. That god-awful ringing. You can hear it. Eggs. Son of a fuck. You might as well just grab one of your axes and kill yourself now. Follow path. Club's deuce now. In the future, you've already followed the path through the mansion that Droog told you to. Trace followed Droog's past trail even further back, but found a much fresher trail crossing his path. Looks like this little guy's talking on the radio. Says something about how he'll be right there once he gives Droog a hand. Trace decides he'll trace this guy for a while, see what he's up to, and then mess with him, of course. In the present, you talk on the radio. Say something about how you'll be right there once you give Droogs a hand. Take Dee Dee, take a good look around the new room you're in. Diamond Dregs, I think. Diamond Droogs. Looks like the trail of blood ends here, or originates, whatever. Something went down here in the past, or is about to go down in the future. You know what? Never mind. 21 out of 1,000 clocks destroyed, apparently. Hang on. There's a tooth on the floor. You know that tooth. You felt its bite before. Finn was here. And judging by the forensics of the scene, the anklet hit the floor, the direction of the blood spatters, and how dry the blood is, you think you know exactly what he's about to pull. Or more specifically, what he's about to have already pulled. Finn always knows where you're going. He's followed your future trail here. He likes to mess with you from the past. Trouble is, he tips you off to where he's been. This time you're ready. Wait for it. Wait. Now. Predestined bullet holes are convenient. Gives you something to aim for. 7 out of 21 clocks redestroyed. Rematerialize. Spade slick. That doesn't make any sense. You never went anywhere. Dai realizes there is a cost to settling the score with you. In this way, the cost is having to live in a desert amidst the ruins of a dead civilization for the rest of his life. I feel that this is potentially the troll's homeworld. He thinks that's stupid, so he pulls your pin. Spade slick, help the green man live up to his name. Take Voodoo Doll. You grab his voodoo doll and stick his pin in there for good measure. Might as well keep track of everyone you've offed this way too. Not that you intend to abuse its power to settle your score. What's the point if you're not going to get your hands dirty? Still, it might come in handy down the road. Lord English is supposedly indestructible. He's rumored to be killable only through a number of glitches and exploits in space-time. The doll may ultimately help you work the system if it comes to that. Clocks. Destroy them. 29 out of 1,000 clocks destroyed, 5 out of 15 green torsos dead. Follow blood trail downstairs and finish him off. Problem with that is, he'll just see your future trail following him, and that'll be nothing but a loud invitation for him to mess with you some more. Besides, better to leave him alive. You think you know where he'll lead you to. Just got to keep a little more subtle about tracing his blood trail. Keep your future trail out of his line of sight. Return to being Heart's boxcars. Spade Slick cannot return to being Heart's boxcars because obviously Diamond Rouge is too busy being Club's deuce. You just watch Trace throw a punch into thin air for some reason. That guy's awfully silly. He then skulks off somewhere. You don't realize he's following Droog's past trail through the mansion until he gets to the point where it intersects with your trail, at which point he'll start following you. But we all realized it, because it's obvious and couldn't possibly be more clear. Club Zeus. Implement nefarious scheme. You follow Droog's simple instructions, so simple even a forgetful nincompoop like you can remember. There's a blood trail on the floor that goes in a different direction than Trace went. You decide to follow it, because that sounds like a really good idea to you. If there was something you were supposed to do after helping out Droog, you'll be damned if you remember what it was. Trace catches up to where you were, but you're gone already. All he sees is the long, gross, rubbery arm of your past trail stretching through the room. He finds his comrade tied up with the stretchy rubber arms of a small man, but there is nothing gross or unpalatable about that in the least. Doze unslows himself and begins mumbling something feverishly about his hat. An explosion. 7 out of 15 green torsos dead. 107 out of 1,000 clocks destroyed. Finn makes his way through the mansion to get some help. He wonders where this little guy is going. Deuce's future trail is headed in the same direction he's headed. By sheer coincidence, Finn decides to follow him for a bit. Keep an eye on him, for as long as Deuce's path matches his. That is, there's pretty much no chance he's headed to the same place though. That would be statistically improbable. He's got no idea what these other goons are up to here. Funny, their future trails end here. He's not going to stick around long enough to find out why. He's a bit too woozy from the blood loss to sort out this mess anyway. Club's Deuce. Follow the red blood road. It's uncanny. This little guy is matching Finn's route every step of the way. He must know something. Finn decides he's got to take him out. But he can't get a clear shot. Too dizzy. And with all that C4 under Deuce's hat, firing would be a bad idea. My God, he's thought of everything. Clearly dealing with a criminal mastermind here. You stop to admire this gorgeous clock. It is so pretty. Too bad it's not ticking like so many of the clocks in this place. Not that you can blame them. There are so many clocks in this mansion, it would obviously be impractical to make sure they all work properly. Oh look, a trail of blood. You think you'll start following it. Hart's boxcars. Waste exactly 4 hours on this tomfoolery. You hate time travel, you hate time travel, you hate time travel. Above, a spectator has appeared at the strike of 4 and has been giggling at your foolishness for a number of minutes. Clover would have been tickled to help you open this vault, at the cost of answering a few of his clever time riddles, needless to say. If only you'd thought to seek his help first, rather than charging like the silly brute you are into this deadly trap of stable and not so stable time loops. Mostly unstable, really. These guys are way too dumb to maintain even elementary looping stability for more than a couple iterations. If you weren't so preoccupied, Clover could tell you that you could use Crowbar's help to pry anything out of a time loop, stable or otherwise. If you weren't so preoccupied, and if he weren't so dead. Stitch mutters to himself in his shop. He guesses eggs and biscuits are roughhousing again, because the fabric of space-time is tearing something fierce on Lord English's Cairo overcoat. This sort of thing is exactly why he keeps a backup coat and always leaves Stitch with one of them. Any gang does well to have an in-house doctor on hand, but if you deal in time travel, you better have a damn good tailor too. Hart's boxcars. Call Spades for backup. You tell Slick to get his scrawny ass to the vault. It's goddamn bedlam down here. You tell him you asked Deuce for backup, but surprise, surprise, he's nowhere to be found. Big surprise, you tell him. You tell him that was sarcasm. He says he knows. Slick says he'll be right there. He'll see if he can round up Droog for support. Droog says Deuce is tailing Finn, while he is tailing Deuce. He'll be there to help out Boxcars as soon as he and Deuce take care of business with Stitch. Couldn't be simpler. Oh yeah, he also mentions he pumped Finn full of lead so you can cross him off the list. You roger all that. Finn busts into Stitch's workshop blubbering something about watching out for little guy who's about to come in here. He says to watch out because he's got a bomb on his head which is undoubtedly quite volatile and even the slightest spark would surely set it off. Stitch sees Finn's obviously in pretty bad shape and checks his effigy. Sure enough, the thing's in tatters. But he should be just fine if it can be patched up before he bleeds to death. 8 out of 15 green torsos dead. Burst in Club's Deuce, burst in thrusting bull penis cane. Everybody out of the goddamn way. You gotta have full of bomb, a fistful of penis, and a head full of empty. Stitch says drop the livestock knob and settle the hell down. He says you do realize C4 is a stable explosive and won't detonate with gunfire, right? You say, oh. Sneak into Stitch's boutique. Drop it and get in. Don't bleed on the suits. Stitch says, ha. You admit the thought of carrying an imprisoned tailor wherever you go is gratifying for personal reasons. But in this case, keeping him alive should be useful in dealing with English later. Prod idiots with red cheeks. This predictably accomplished nothing. Taking your smut out of hiding turned out to be a very bad idea. Now copies from the future are appearing left and right, and these clowns have their paws all over it. Slick, where the hell are you? Remove Crowbar's pin. Crowbar is alive again, and a whole bunch of other stuff is different. You forgot this gang almost seems halfway confident when he's running the show. The good news is you get to kill him again. Insert and quickly remove Snowman's pin. You have no idea how much you'd like to, but even you're not that crazy. Still, kind of tempting. Hold still, Slick. Something in your eye. Everyone always ceases gunplay when Snowman's around. If you kill her, you destroy the universe. Remove knife from eye. It's not a knife, it's Snowman's cigarette holder. All you know is she's gonna have a hell of a time getting it back. Give it to Sawbuck. You chuck the lance at Sawbuck, but of course it's only a flesh wound. Seems like that's the only sort of wound you can ever inflict on the corpulent lummox. Consequently, you and he both jump to a random point on the timeline. This looks to be in the recent past when Stitch and Crowbar were setting up the crates for the imminent gunfight, which is very thoughtful of them. Your goons should be showing up any minute with the heavy firepower. For now, you've got the drop on everybody. Kill something out of rage and frustration. Stitch gets the business end of your saber rattle. He's dead, in this timeline at least. Bring knives to the gunfight. Where do you think you're going, fatty? You'll deal with him in a minute. You whip out your double-edged sword and Occam's razor. Occam's razor, Crowbar's head. Make it happen. Crowbar deflects the king of spades into Sawbuck's unmissable carriage. You jump far into the past, years in the past, which is to say the present for the time being. A screwlish straggler eyes impromptu desert skirmish. He dismisses them as a bunch of ill-mannered rogues warranting no further investigation, although he gives a small nod of approval to the plain and serviceable hat worn by one of the combatants, which strikes him as an absolutely smashing display of good fashion sense. Okay, so I was correct on Spade Slick being a darkness creature, and more specifically that there's a potential time future involvement going on here. You can't kill him yet. You need him alive to return to the original timeline. You'll be taking that crowbar though. Stuff him in your deck of cards. You cram him in the war chest. Sawbuck you need to keep alive too, for the moment. Not to return to the right timeline, but the right time. Speaking of which, where's Tubby think he's waddling off to? Just go stab Sawbuck until the time shenanigans stop. You treat him to a bit of the old bait and switchblade. You appear in the future. You guess this is after the gunfight is over. The gunfight that never took place since you killed/kidnapped everyone who was supposed to be involved. Looks like only Boxcars is here. Carry Sawbuck like Titan Atlas would carry the world. You order Harts to drop his tub on the double before this fat lord puts you in a wheelchair. If you take Sawbuck back to your own time and kill him there, that should save you the trouble of hunting him down. Might as well take Stitch too. Maybe. You're not really sure if that's how it works. You don't really care though. You dump them in the wrath tub, then stick the tub in your own deck of cards. But you give Boxcars back his sordid literature, which he'd carelessly left in plain sight. No one will ever catch you leaving your smut around. And even if you did, that copy of Terrier Fancy Magazine could belong to anybody. No one could prove nothing. Stick Crowbar's pin back in again. You go back to your original timeline, but now, stuffed in your chest, you've got a live Crowbar from another timeline, brought to the timeline where he's supposed to be dead. So I guess now he's alive in this timeline, which is in part defined by his death. Okay, whatever. You should probably just kill him again anyway. Also, Sawbuck from another timeline is in there too. So I guess now there are two Sawbucks. This is getting kind of dumb. You open the chest, releasing them both. Crowbar doesn't look too pleased. You deflect his gunfire into the awesome gravitational pull of Sawbuck's astonishing girth. Everybody into the past. You dodge his next round too. It seems Sawbuck from this timeline, i.e. the real Sawbuck, was in the room at this point in time. He and Crowbar exchange bullets. Off they go. They no doubt go on to spend the rest of their ammunition peppering each other throughout the timeline, destroying all these clocks in the process between now and present. You guess that explains the mess when you got here. Thank God you figured that out. You'd have surely lost sleep over it. 20 out of 107 clocks were destroyed for the first time. Eventually, you know what? Never mind. Take a moment to think up some time-based one-liners. Okay, you think you got one. Time travel sure can be a double-edged sword. Wait, that was awful. Really, really bad. You're sure you can do better than that? Let's see. Sorry to... No. Time's running. No, wait. Fuck. You ask yourself from the past for a little help. Time's something about time. Time being up. No, wait. How about some kind of clock pun? No, damn it. Will you just listen? You were almost onto something. Time is... Screw this. Too many clocks in the kitchen. Oh, and just what does this quivering mound of blubber think he's up to? Stab him first. Utter puns later. Just as you hear your past self asking what happened to your eye, you jab Sawbuck with your butterfly effect knife. You remember a little while ago asking yourself about your eye, and not giving yourself an answer just before disappearing. Maybe if you stopped and thought about it for a second, you could have warned yourself and avoided the whole mess, albeit in the process of creating a paradox. But your strict policy of stabbing first and answering questions later prevented it. You're sure your past self understands/understood. You're sure of this because you very clearly remember understanding slash understooding. You are now past Spade Slick. Again, you're just about to pull Crowbar's pin. You guess all that stuff with your future self and Sawbuck originally happened in this room while we were all off watching someone else, like Diamond's Droog or something. That makes sense. Pass Spade Slick. Remove Crowbar's pin. A whole bunch of shit happens that we already saw. Be future Spade Slick. Being your future self is a lot more constructive because you get to do stuff you haven't already done. Looks like you're in the future. It's a bloody mess in here. The clocks are more bullet riddled than ever, and it seems Crowbar and both Sawbucks have been decapitated. You're almost certain this is something you will be or will already responsible for, which of course means more time traveling. Looks like the Tup and Chest are gone, which means future you must have packed up and left already. Got to take note of these sort of things when so you know where you are in the timeline. You notice something on the wall over there. One of the clocks that wasn't destroyed before is now bloody and full of holes. Not especially noteworthy, you just have a feeling you should register this fact. 108 out of 1,000 clocks destroyed. Spade Slick. Quickly remove Lance from Sawbuck. You pry the cigarette holder from his torso. Whoops, another time jump. This tub of goo keeps going for his gun. Widebody's gotta settle his big ass down. You really should incapacitate him without inflicting another wound. Knock Sawbuck unconscious. Count some sheep, bitch. Wait, the clock on the wall. It hasn't been destroyed yet, but it's about to be. It's ticking down to the time it's stuck on in the future. Maybe if you time it just right, you can end this whole mess in one fell slice. You've even got an ice cold one-liner to dish out when the time comes. You've been working pretty hard on it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait to cut and wait, no, not yet. Wait for it. Hate to no, wait. Hate to cut and damn it. Not yet. Hate to cut and run. Shit. Hate to hate to hate to chop all your heads off with this sword. Real sorry about that. My bad. You slay them all with your rapier wit. 9 out of 15 green torsos dead. 2 out of 9 green torsos deadened twice. 1 out of 15 green torsos dead for the first time, but it's an alternate universe torso, so I guess maybe doesn't count. 7 out of 108 gratuitously redestroyed. You grab the tub and chest and move on. That is altogether enough of this nonsense. Diamond Droogs, call spades. You check up on Slick's status. Slick says he killed Crowbar again, Sawbuck twice, and Stitch once. You ask him if it was an alternate timeline Stitch. He says he guesses so. You say that doesn't count. You've got the real one here. He mutters some foul language you can't quite make out, but you tell him never mind and hurry down to meet you at the vault. He says he took some damage from Snowman. You say you know. You're having some effigies made of yourselves with your backup hats. Deuce brought Slick's crumpled backup hat, which he wound up with somehow. Not sure what happened to Deuce's. Boxcars is obviously tied up at the moment, so you can't get your hands on his yet. Slick says he's got both their hats and he'll be down ASAP. You say alright. He says in the meantime, see what you can do about this eye. Have Stitch patch up SS's effigy. Spade Slick. Get to work, Thread Monkey. That feels like a slur. Spade Slick. Have right eye patched up. Damn it. Your sprite was flipped the wrong way. You get Diamonds on the radio and tell him to undo it. And wait until you're turned around. He says it's the right eye, right? Were you facing left or right? You say it's only right when facing left. It's the left eye when facing right. He says, oh, so it's the left-right eye. You say, yeah. But hang on a minute. You'll turn around so it's right-left. He says, okay. You'll wait. That's better. Arm yourself in case Cans shows up. If Cans shows up, none of these weapons you've got are going to do any good. You admire the lance for a moment. Pretty sweet weapon with outstanding craftsmanship. At least you got something out of the eye gouging. She'll have to pry this thing from your rigid severed arm if she wants it back. Ride around on Horsehitcher pretending to joust. Yay-haw! Oh shit. You can't believe she saw you horsing around like that. You will never live this down. Diamond Droogs. Shoot up biscuit and eggs effigies. Stitch keeps their effigies in a big warehouse several miles away because of their ridiculous duplication tendencies. You're sure as hell not going to drive all the way over there, so you just shoot at them in person. This was such an unbelievably terrible idea. Spade Slick, charge. This is an incredibly delirious business. This is incredibly silly. We're now in problem sleuth, but not anymore. Okay, so everyone's deader than ever, except these two and number 4 and 15. And 8. Start whacking things with the crowbar. The first thing you whack is egg timer. You do this because, of course, you know that crowbar's crowbar will destroy any temporal artifact and completely negate its effect on the timeline. Attempt to eat eggs. Hearts boxcars. Your attempt was an overwhelming success. Biscuits is looking a tad snug in his muffin tray. You think it's about time to poke a broom straw in this battle. His dough will live to rise another day. See you in the future, suckers. Crowbar, biscuits, oven, make it happen. You deal the oven a wicked flogging, but not much happens. The oven doesn't really have any magical properties to be negated. It just travels into the future at a rate of 1 second per second, like everyone else. Put dynamite in oven. You set the bomb to go off in a few seconds, when both it and biscuits are released from it in a few hours. Turn up heat on biscuits oven. You're pretty sure this oven doesn't actually work at all. You just wheel it off somewhere else in the mansion so it can explode in peace. Now there's 8, 4, and 15 left. 12 out of 15 green torsos dead. Probably some more clocks destroyed too. Spade Slick, use crowbar to pry the safe open. Since your expert safecracker apparently spent the last 5 or 6 hours being totally useless down here, you figure it's time to take things into your own hands. Huh? What's this little fellow all worked up about? Clover insists that you reconsider. Using that to pry open the vault would be ever so much bad luck, like breaking 1,000 mirrors all at once. The sort of mirrors that tick and have numbers and tell time and stuff. That is the worst kind of mirror to break, luck-wise. Politely ask Clover to remain calm. He refuses outright and starts doing a really frisky jig. Doody doody doo doo doody doo doo doo. He begins spinning a fanciful series of riddles illuminating the true path to opening the vault. Mysterious music fills your ears as your mind assumes the shape of a pretzel. Doody doo dee doo 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 dee doo dee doo 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 dee doo 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 dee doo dee doo doo. This is how the music would sound if we were listening to it right now. Diamond Drews. Ask Clover for the ultimate riddle. You ask Clover to open the safe. What's this? Hehe. You think you can shoot Clover. He is so lucky the gun will probably jam or something predictable like that. Nice try, though. You just start whacking him with a newspaper instead. You don't have to be all that unlucky to get whacked around with a newspaper. It's sort of gray area. Check personal ads for periodical. This isn't a real newspaper. It's just a wrapper for your private sorted literature, which no one can ever see. Uh-oh. It's slipping out a bit. Your appetite for monochrome beauties is nearly on public display. Gotta keep a lid on that smut, especially with Clover around. Suddenly, the whole vault room is shaking. You wonder what it could be. It sounds suspiciously like Cans is about to plow through the wall, Kool-Aid Man style. You pray to God that it is not Cans about to plow through the wall, Kool-Aid Man style. All of a sudden, Cans plows through the wall, Kool-Aid Man style. Resist urge to shout, "Oh yeah." Oh no. Ah, he punches you into next week. You find yourself going about your business a week later. Looks like you're doing a little grocery shopping. You're a bit confused, having no memory of the previous week. You have no idea what is on your grocery list. Are you out of milk? What kind of produce do you need to stock up on? It is all a little overwhelming. And to make things worse, the selection has too many prices and values. Sweet bro and hella Jeff. In Spach go shopping. Jeremy. Not all the cans are the same. What's the difference? The selection has too many prices and values. God damn. It's like, who needs this fucking bullshit? It is so infuriating. Shit, where's the manager? And there he goes. He has the manager's attention. And now the police are involved. Jesus Chris. Oh my fucking god. I can't believe what he made take place. Heart boxcars. Use egg's body as bait for cans. You flail the torso Can's word in an attempt to placate him with red meat. The spirited horse, the wind of heaven is that which blows between a horse's ears. It doesn't work. Can's clocked boxcars entirely out of the current calendar year. You land in a totally different, outdated calendar. Looks like this one's themed with spirited horses. You'll be up to your ass in horses for a whole year. Just great. This is just what you need to be doing. Farming all these goddamn horses. Fucking pain in the ass. Space like, ignore him and just pry the safe open. You don't care what the consequences are, you're going to crack open this safe and be done with it. This whole intermission was starting to get a little punchy anyway. Everybody's dead. The massive release of temporal distortion from the vault transports you to a highly unfavorable timeline. Looks like the entire mansion was leveled except for the vault and its enclosure. Everyone's dead except for you and you know who. But at least the safe's open. 1,000 out of 1,000 clocks destroyed, 14 out of 15 green torsos dead, 3 out of 4 black scofflaws dead. Offed. Enter the vault. There's nothing in here except for an opening in the floor. There's a door with a keyhole. And you have a feeling you know how to open it. You only wonder why English's treasure would be locked behind a door with a spade on it. Dramatically use a spade key. You guess this is what the spade key was for all this time. You dramatically wield the spade key in a matter-of-fact manner. Peek inside keyhole. What keyhole? It was clearly a barcode scanner all along, like the kind they sweep groceries over at supermarkets. That reminds you, you should really do some shopping next week. You're not going to peek inside because the lasers could blind you in one eye. Oh wait. Use rules card for blackjack. This was never a problem because there is clearly a barcode printed on your rules card for blackjack, as well as your arm. But there's nothing wrong with a little redundancy, you guess. Get on with it. Uh, oh, are you looking for this well? Well, come and get it, you contemptuous sea witch. Snowman's black inches no doubt have been responsible for more than a few red cheeks. SS flipped your sprite. More Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. Sport. In my dream, I am the star, it's me, and then the big man comes for a little one-on-one. But it turns out to be crazy what kind of donks this guy has. I'm telling you, air like that is unreal. It doesn't even happen, but most of the time. The court is on fire. Dude, come on, get the ruler and check this out. Oh, dude, no. You're holding it wrong, dude. No, dude, hurry. Look, he's escaping from above. Dude, no, let me show you. No, fuck. No, dude, no, fuck. Dude, you gotta flip it turnways. Fuck, Jesus, dude. And LeBron James escapes the comic. Spade Slick. Scan the barcode. There's a Homestuck symbol there. That was on the vault. That's one of the gates. This guy again. Been a long time. Okay. So from what we can tell with this, that is to say, another Homestuck vault, separate from the main ones we know of, is connected to Carcat. We know that those Homestuck vaults connect you to players, and more specifically seem to connect you to one player at a time that allows you to send messages to them, as well as manipulate the vault of it. This means that, and we know that in the future, after the planet is destroyed, that is to say Earth, that creatures of seemingly of darkness, like Spade Slick, the mayor, and the mail lady, inhabit it. Which means that just like how on Earth, after it got destroyed, those dark creatures like the mayor inhabited it, Spade Slick is now inhabiting what used to be the troll world, until that got destroyed because they seem to have their own Homestuck or Spurb game. And it seems also like it got inhabited by Felts, which I don't know what those are. They're Lord English's species, but I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, this is Carcat. So yeah, big lure reveal again. I haven't read to this part, so this was me just piecing it together. Hey kid. Yeah, you. Boggle vacantly in these shenanigans. It begins to dawn on you that everything you are about to do may prove to have been a colossal waste of time. And intermission. Act 4. Map. Land, wind, and What in the blue blazes is this absurd looking thing? You have deactivated your ghost gauntlets for the time being. It's pretty distracting flailing them around all the time when all you're trying to do is explore. It's a nice way to meet John. John is directly cognizant of your greeting. Tiny bit more exploration. Wait, we have a map here. Alright, so where we are, Act 4, this is it, Gate 1. Oh, how exciting, a parcel for you, retrieve it. Hooray, this one contains a prize, another success for the postal system. You got a jar of bugs. Let's see where we are at. We'll have to explore a bit. But yeah, that's why these things have a cat and squid-like appearance, because Rose also ended up having her own kernel sprite, which was fused with her cat and a Cthulhu doll she had. There is nothing inside. Should we put something? No. Mushroom. Actually, no, let's put something inside. I want to see. I want to put mushroom. Yes. Mushroom. We're now in a different location. There's nothing inside. Should we put something in? Yeah. Rock. Open it, open it. A cog. Another name. Creature. The stars are moving. What do you mean? What are these things you call stars? Oh, you mean the fireflies. They become trapped under the clouds when the slumbering one casts a spell on them. And was one born from John's kernel sprite, but it seems to have lost some of the color, or rather, gained some color, separate from black. It's a lot of them. Speak. How did he cast a spell on them when he was asleep? Well, he wasn't always asleep, you goofball. When he was awake, he was asked by some really terrible guy to commission a whole bunch of underlings. He then went out about befouling our land with all this sludge, clogging up all our beautiful pipes. Now I can barely breathe. He was sort of a huge dick. Once he tuckered himself out with all that, I guess he decided to take a nap. The terrible guys? They are a bunch of mean fellows who like to push people around. They are called agents. They aren't usually a problem, but they sure did put a spring in their step when the heir showed up, whoever that is. If I ever meet him, I wouldn't mind punching him in the snout to accomplish some purpose, I suppose. Don't mind what we're all talking about. Hear what this fellow has to say. Yes, the spell. I'm sure you've heard from a reliable source cannot be broken unless the slumbering one is first woken up and then slain. Then the breeze will again flow through the pipes and the fireflies will be released and allowed to go home. I do not envy the adventurers who will presumably take on this responsibility. The pipes are sacred to us for reasons you probably consider primitive and stupid. In fact, they probably are primitive and stupid, objectively speaking, but I'm okay with that. As the consorts of this land, we are predictably persecuted by dark forces and require a hero for our salvation. Alas, there is no hero in sight. Wait a minute, it is you. You are the hero, aren't you? Of course you are. It was so foolish to speculate otherwise. Dubiously solicited monologue. Duh. Farming these goddamn mushrooms. Fucking pain in the ass. Alright, we are up here. So if we maneuver, we can try to maneuver down here. Let's see if we can actually walk down here though, like using this. We can! Come on, John. Beat ass. Beat ass, Johnny boy. You're wearing a good suit. I can now call you Johnny boy. This one's empty. Perhaps a delivery is in order. Let's add the cog. Let's talk to this creature. It's wearing a hat. I have renamed myself Crumple Hat. I have dishonored my ancestors beyond comprehension with this frivolous accessory. Kill it. Kill this thing. Homestuck MMO. We are in need of it. Hooray, this one contains a prize. Another success for the portal system. A chunk of amber. Chunk of amber. Yeah, a cog and a chunk of amber. That seems like it means something. Because there's a chunk of amber with the mayor, and there were cogs with the vaults and such. Converse. Hey, nice suit, champ. I will buy it from you for $1 boon. So one suit for $1 boon. No, I should have known only a shrewd businessman would wear such a garment. I have been chagrined in ways I never imagined possible. We have another rock. Okay, let's see where we are. We went down this way, so we are around here, meaning we are, yeah, at the edge of this area of the map. Oh my god, this one's full on cat. It has cat woo-woos. And we get one tar. This is great. Something is in there. Take a look. A chisel. Wave hello. Introduce yourself to a local amphibious fawn. I'm freaking out here. Do you know what this is for? It is a huge log of cruxite, more than I've ever seen. It is the most precious material in existence. Why, if I had access to a means of producing an unlimited supply, I would be the richest salamander in the land. Just kidding, it's completely worthless. Here, you want it? It's free. Oh my god, it's the perfect mix. It's a cat. It's a cat Cthulhu jester. Come on, die, die without me dying. That's what I want. Ooh. Hooray! This one contains a prize. An uncarved mini tablet. No, my book. Wise guy, no. I have to. Yeah, give the rock to it. Rock. I don't care much for rock. Ooh. Approach this indigenous kind. I am a secret wizard. Behold my robes. Behold robes. You wonder what the hell the secret wizard is. This guy is making you a little nervous. You don't think you'll ask him for your bedsheet back. Oh yeah, that's his bedsheet. God, I do not want a rock. Let's see what's like down here. Oh, it's just another way here. And then we can go up. You've got to be kidding. I'm just going to, like, avoid. I'm not dying to these creatures. Oh, hooray, this one contains a prize. A mini tablet. Is there something I can put inside here? Yes, what can I put in? Let's put in a cruxite. I, I can't put in a cruxite though. Okay, what if I were to do this and then I were to, yes. Put it in, what the, oh, I'm emptying. Jesus. Hear what this fellow has to say. This thing right here, you've never seen a parcel pixis? Incomprehensible. Okay, I'll play your pretend game for a minute. It is a receptacle connected to our network of pipes. We use them to send stuff to different places. They are fully intertwined with our customs and social practices. If there is something we want, we chisel it on a mini tablet and drop it in. Who receives it? Hard to say, but if you encounter a mini tablet and you possess what is chiseled on it, it is considered only polite to drop it in the Pixis. Similarly, if you encounter a parcel Pixis that has a prize in it already, you're obligated to keep the prize for yourself. Consider it to be a gift to you from the breeze. This is just the way of things. Whenever one of us is standing near one of these, we feel compelled to give a little speech about it. Now, where are we? We went up here. We're trying to explore the land of darkness from Pajama Sam. Okay, tree. So that means we're there. Speak. Converse. Glub, 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 glub. I think we're back to where we were originally, or at least getting pretty close. Because we're not in lore explanation zone anymore. Up, yep, there are the arms. Ow, I died. I'm back. But yeah, that seems to be everything. Most. So we got lore explanations. We got an explanation of what the agents are. It's these. We knew that already. We know the air of breath is nearby. So it seems like that's going to be a boss battle essentially for John to deal with. And we also know about the slumbering one. Don't know what that is though. Uh, Basically everything. We've got a lot of answers. In a future settled askance of the present. Collateral desecration mars is sacred slash illicit. She's got a barcode. I was correct. Accidental creature of light. And he fell. In the mystic ruins of an era pre-desecration. An ancient time capsule has blossomed. You find nested in its petals a juice-stained sperm beta, once belonging to one of your friends. What will you do? Take the discs. You capsulog the sperm data. It uneventfully tucks itself into your Silodex. You think you're getting kind of bored with this fetch modus. You like to mix it up now and then. Maybe you'll peruse your selection and try out another one. Switch to Jenga modus. You swap your modus to Jenga, ejecting your Silodex in the process. Looks like the time capsule has reset itself. It is sprouting a new bud. Presumably something else will come out when it blooms again in about 400 years. Too bad you won't be around to find out what it is. Your modus grabs the 18 cards needed to set itself up. It divides each card into 3 capture log blocks. You begin picking up your items. The item is capture logged into dropped into 3 blocks and distributed randomly into the block tower. You gather up the rest of your items. Might as well try it out. You go for all the blocks containing your tangle buddies. Careful, careful. Switch to Pictionary modus. Yeah, that one's obviously not going to work. You switch to Pictionary, a choice based on a strong whim of the mysterious ethers of democracy. Try out new Pictionary modus. Okay, you start by trying to grab your lunchbox, after you ditch an unwelcome solicitor first, that is. You've got to concentrate here. Draw a lunchbox. Lunchtop. Draw a really nice looking scribble lunchbox on the Capsulog scribble pad. The modus recognizes what you're trying to draw and snaps it right up. Nice going. Capsulog the beta. Look at these fabulous beta envelopes you just drew. Your Silodex thinks they are fabulous too. Yeah. Oh, quick, random scribbling. You do a very quick doodle of nothing in particular. The scribble pad appears to be processing the shapes. Is that That Charles Dutton? Since you do not actually have a Dutton photo lying around, the pad captulogs a Dutton photo ghost image. It is not a tangible item. You can never and can never be used ever. Seems to be more of an imprint on the card itself, like a watermark. However, the back of the card does seem to contain a viable capture code for a real Dutton photo, for whatever it's worth, which is very little. Draw a pumpkin. You sketch a beautiful succulent pumpkin, knowing perfectly well that a pumpkin ghost image will be capture logged, because you are quite sure there is not a pumpkin in this room, and there surely never will be. You capture log a pumpkin ghost image. At least you have the capture code for it on the back in case you ever want to replicate a real one. Oh no. Get the rest of your items. You start by drawing your tangle buddies, but it looks like it's having trouble understanding the shapes. Darn, you wanted those. Capture log base on card with Dutton ghost image. It's not up to you to say what card it goes on. The modus decides. All you got to do is draw. Anyway, you try sketching your electric base. It's kind of hard to draw accurately. No, that's just a ghost image of an ordinary base. That's not right. You try again, focusing on getting all the mechanical details just right. Ah, the mimic! Oh no, busted. The jig is up. You return to your bedroom without the rest of your loot. You doubt you'll have time to go back and get it. You guess you have inadvertently left your own time capsule there for whatever party may find it in the future. Lucky bastards. Install beta. You get started installing both disks. Might as well get a jump on it to avoid the sort of future drama that results from poor time management decisions. Pester chums. In the meantime, you decide to touch base with your pals. Ugh, not those pals. The troll slum can just sit tight for now. Ectobiologist began pestering tentacle therapist. Rose? Rose? Are you there? I went through the gate. Nana said you might be here too. Are you in kind of this spooky glowy place with oily rivers and stuff? Let me know, okay? Garden Gnostic began pestering ectobiologist. John, hi! Hi, Jade. Guess where I am? Are you on the ground below the clouds yet? Yeah. Wait, how did you know that's where the gate goes? Did you talk to Rose? Can she still see me when I'm down here? She won't answer. No, I haven't talked to her yet, but I'd like to soon. I've got a lot of catching up to do with all of you. Sorry I've been so scarce. I've just been so busy running around like crazy and looking after my dog and stuff all day. I think he just locked me in my room actually. Oh man, he sounds like such a handful. Yeah, but it's okay. I think he's mostly just looking after you, like a guardian angel or something. If I were you, I would take him out behind the woodshed and give him a big hug. Hey John, can you hold on? I have to talk to Dave and start playing this game with him. Oh, what game? Spurb. Oh, what else? What, I thought you didn't even know what Spurb was. Oh, geez, I was asleep when I said that. Silly. Of course I know what it is. Oh, okay. Where do you even get it? From the ruins. It's Dave's copy. Wow. The thing you just said doesn't make even the slightest bit of sense. I know, right? Oh, that reminds me. Since I'm getting the game up with Dave to be his server, you are going to need to do the same for me. Oh, really? This is news to me. Can you see from where you're standing the place your dad's car would have fallen? Oh, yeah, I think so. It'll be kind of a long walk though. This place is huge. You should go there and get your copy of the server and set up with me. Oh, and also get your package. Okay. Wait, how did you know my dad's car fell down here? John, will you stop trying to trap me? You told me the car fell, remember? Jeez, jeez, jeez. Okay, well, color me suspicious then. Anyway, Miss Know-It-All Psychopants, Psychic Pants. John, I'm not any more psychic than you, though. Okay, sure, I'm convinced. You have convinced me. Psychic, psychic, psychic. Also, I told you the package was in the car, but I never mentioned that the game was there too. So kind of a totally busted, I guess. Give me a P. Give me an S. Oops. Okay. I mean, I know lots of things, but I'm really serious. It's no more information than what you have access to. But you don't know it yet. Anyway, we can talk more about it soon. I won't have to be so coy with you anymore because I'm pretty sure most of the stuff that was supposed to happen has already happened. Couldn't tell you about it because it would have messed it up. Okay, that's fair. Just give me a few minutes while I set up this game and say hi to the salamanders for me. Oh shit. Dave, Pester Rose. Turntech Godhead began pestering Tentacle Therapist. Hey, will you open your laptop already? See, this is why you need a phone or something. They alert you to important messages instead of leaving them trapped under 3 inches of fucking yarn. Laptops don't need cozies. Nothing needs cozies. Cozy's a goddamn adjective. Maybe I'll crochet myself an iPhone snugly. What is this place anyway? What are you doing? I can see your whole damn house here if you want to get filled in or something. So the guy with the big picture here. Don't make me bop you on the head with a wizard. I'll do it. Okay, no I won't. Yeah, I guess I'll bone up on the FAQ for a while, so I don't do anything stupid and deploy like 10 cracks flangers and fuck up the whole game. Oh my god, so many words. Do you think like the Pulitzer Committee is secretly scouring the dregs of the game FAQ archives or something? Damn, can't read this shit, I'm sorry. Garden Gnostic began pestering, turned to Godhead. Yo yo! Well, okay, hey. So you're finally playing the game with Rose? Yeah, but she won't answer me. She's probably just exploring. I'm sure she'll come around soon. But it's great that you got her out of there in time. Pretty sure you have no idea how much I fucking own at this game. I bested no less than 3 flaming tornadoes and broke a huge wizard. So how does it feel to be a big time hero, Mr. Bravey Brave McHero Pants? It feels like I am in sports all alone, and I am the star. It's me. And the big man comes. But turns out to be crazy what kind of basketball this man plays. The hoop is on fire. Okay, I forget how it goes. No, you got it. We're good. Reference secured. Yes! So now it is my turn to be the star. I'll be your hero. It's me. Wait, what? I installed the game. I'm connecting to you as a server player. Oh man, this is ridiculous. I just set this shit up with Rose, and now I got to do like some double duty thing. I mean, I own it the game and all, but can't I just relax for half a second? Don't worry. You can keep playing with Rose while I just set up a few things. I figured I'd get good head start to avoid all the drama you guys are already getting into. Such a bunch of drama queens. What? Look, I was getting my ass handed to me by my bro on the roof for like an hour and a half. I got served like a dude on Butler Island. Drama, drama, drama. Wait, does this mean there's a big meteor coming soon? Yes! When you activate the thing, will it start the countdown and summon the meteor? It'll come when it comes, regardless of what we do. The timer really just lets you know when it's coming. Are you totally sure about all this? Yes! Look, here it is. Dreambot video log. Wow, she created a bot that can look into higher dimension when she's dreaming. This really is Lovecraft. Okay, yes, that image is definitely conclusive proof of something that is and is 100% understandable by anyone who looks at it. How big is this thing? It is really, really big. Like the size of Rhode Island or Texas or what? I need some context to know how much crap I should be shitting into my pants. Okay, I don't actually know. Well, as if like one of the size of a bus wouldn't kill me anyway. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Rose is finally opening her stupid laptop. So do your thing, I guess. Have fun. Thanks, I will. John, answer troll. Carcinogeneticist began trolling ectobiologist. Okay, while I am going to do the voice for Carcat, I am going to be in pain while doing it. I'm going to need to discuss with a few people any other potential voices I can do. Hey, John, calm the hell down. How did you find me? Find you? What do you mean? I changed my chum handle to ditch you guys. How did you find me? Oh. This is the little word humans say repeatedly when something tickles their absurdity palate. Right? Uh, lame. We never lost you. Your ruse didn't fool us. It just so happens we didn't particularly give a shit about talking to you in that time frame. What? The last few months? We have the entire continuum of your existence to choose from when contacting you. The period was unremarkable, sort of like your whole life. But I guess I mean it was especially unremarkable. This has been explained to you so often it would make me sick to my human stomach if I had one of your human stomachs. Okay, I'll believe you that you aren't human, because the skepticism center of my brain is starting to wear kind of thin, I guess. But you're still a major asshole, and I don't actually want to talk to you, so bye. Wait! But I'm not here to troll you this time. We're friends, okay? Oh man, look at this outburst of little human words I'm saying from my human mouth. Fine, you can think of a fucking dose. And maybe I am, but here's a fact, idiot. I'm already had lots of conversations with you in the future. I mean your future. I've kind of been working backwards here for a while, and it's a little frustrating. Every time I go further back, you know less and less, and you don't remember anything I said because it hasn't happened yet, and I have to repeat myself a lot, and I'm getting pretty fucking sick of it. That's the dumbest thing I have ever heard. Well, it's not like I mapped out this trolling onslaught very well in advance. I mean, when you troll someone, you just sort of do it. You don't start drawing flowcharts and diagrams and stuff. Wait, you have something to do with this game, don't you? I should have known. Oh god, not again. No, fuck no. I'm just not going to explain this to you again. You'll get plenty of dirt on all this from me in future conversations. Tedious conversations. Ones I've already had with you, where your demeanor will gradually become inexplicably and revoltingly friendly towards us. And so I guess it just was kind of infectious, and now we're all buddies, I think. It's really weird. This human emotion you call friendship. Friendship isn't an emotion, fuck nuts. See, this is what I'm talking about. You're much more tolerable a guy than I thought at first. Okay, John? Why are you kissing my ass? What do you want? Why don't you just tell me what's going on? Are you in the medium? Okay, fine. Yes, we are. Like, here in this land with the clouds and oil and stuff? More of this narcissism. You always think everything revolves around you. We have nothing to do with your dumb little windy planet or your petty little quests, or for that matter, your entire game session. You aren't the only ones playing the game. Every group of players get their own distinct blank slate session, as will be explained to you many times. So why don't you just explain it again so I know, so I don't ask so much in the future? No. Fuck this shit. Just know, I'm ending this conversation session because I've said it all too many times. And because you can't understand. Because you are dumb. Wow, yeah, you're totally not trolling me, bro. I see now we are BFFs forever. The fact that you are dumb is an immutable fact I am stating for the record. It does not mean animosity is what is taking place here. Oh, okay. So what do you want? I need you to tell your friend Jade to talk to us. She won't answer our messages in this time frame. It's important. Yeah, I don't blame her for not answering. She pretty much can't stand you guys. Because all the trolling you did before, remember? Okay, our bad on that. Just tell her we're sorry. And to get her gross and totally unattractive human butt off her ugly human high force and answer our messages. Maybe. We'll see. I'm still not really sold on this friendship thing yet. But I've got to go now and get on with my petty little quest. So talk to you in the future, I guess. Jerkface. Search for your father's car. Monster. I'm going to drink Monster. It's going to be a hike. There's something up ahead through the forest. Jesus. Oh, WV. Settle this dispute in a rational, diplomatic manner. You settle the dispute in the only way you can presently imagine how to settle a dispute, with cans of lukewarm, sugary liquid and centuries-old rations. You've only had access to some means of heating things up, but it matters not. You warm yourselves in the glow of this human emotion called friendship. Jade, deploy Alchemiter. It's almost as if this broken air conditioning unit was scaled to be a perfect fit for the Alchemiter all along. Weird. Deploy Cruxtruder in Dave's room. Do you think, like, the Pulitzer Committee secretly scouring the dregs of Game FAQ archives or something? Wait, damn, I can't read this shit, I'm sorry. Hold, please. Hold what? I see you at your computer typing. What are you doing? Dang. Hold on. No, seriously, stop talking to me for a second. It looks like Jade is dropping the doomsday tube thing in my room. BRB. Gotta make sure she doesn't break all my shit. Hey, wait. These damn birds are in the way. What are they doing in your apartment anyway? Also, they are adorable. I always keep birds in here. It's sort of my thing. Oh, kind of like all those silly naked puppets are your bros thing? No, no, that's irony. This is like sincere, honest to God psychosis. I'm trying to be a lame gothy supervillain. Also, I think I can't put it down because of the wires on your floor. Okay, well, maybe you should take the opportunity to put it somewhere that isn't stone cold retarded. I wish I played more games. This is hard. No, it's not. Jade, move Dave's bed to the roof. Jade is connected with you? Where did she get the discs? I don't know. How does she do any of the loopy batshit nonsense he does? Maybe she pulled him out of a volcano over there on Blood Monkey Mountain. Wait, so you mean to tell me she was able to connect with you in a timely fashion, without waiting until you were on the brink of annihilation? We went over this. I was a little bogged down in the epic swaddle of legendary puppet taint. I've done nothing but wait for boys to play this game for me all day. First John lollygagging with the client, and then you with the server, downright filibustering my existence with unending fraternal melee. And yet a girl, one who didn't even own the game, was able to connect with you minutes after you connected with me. Whoa, wait, what the hell is she doing? She's taking my bed, what the hell? And there she goes. She has the karma. Deploy Crux Shredder in its place. So seriously, what were you doing just now? I was talking to someone. Who? You remember the trolls? You remember the trolls? Yeah. One of them messaged me, so I indulged him slash her slash it for a moment. Oh, I see. You opted to chat up one of those D-bags instead of talk to the guy who saved you from a swirling shitstorm of angry flaming wizards. I was worried your priorities might have been out of whack, but no, I was dead wrong. I also took a moment to check on John. How is he? I can't see him anymore. Just his empty house, but I did talk to him briefly. I should probably text him soon, see what's up, because I love him. I know. So this place you're at now, it's the same place he's at, right? It's hard to say for certain, but I think I like it here. Replace television with totem lathe. Organize Dave's puppets. This whole place is a disorganized mess. It kind of reminds you of your room, but full of weird and ironic stuff instead of cute and great stuff. Your stuff is so much better. You're pretty sure these are all Dave's bros puppets. You better not mess with them. Frankly, his brother makes you a little nervous. Tidy up Strider's apartment a little. What the apartment needs is a woman's touch. You grab a towel you found lying around and dampen it with water from the toilet. This is how ordinary people clean ordinary houses, right? Oops, you dropped it. Oh fuck. Wait, she has 2,000? How'd she get 2,000? Oh yeah, Dave's thing. That's weird. It seems like the medium that we saw, the abyss they call it was actually connected to the land of breath and such. Either that or Rose was able to skip the process of entering the first gate. I suppose we will find out. AR. Cautiously drink tab. Lech. Too warm. Need to finish something to chill this down with. Something to heat up your delicious gravy would be nice too. Retrieve mysterious artifacts from ruins. You excuse yourself for a moment and retrieve a few of your personal belongings. These should really impress your visitors. That musty old toy on the floor ought to make a nice peace offering for the feisty tall one, too. You're quite certain that ladies like squishly useless things like that. WV. Introduce new friends to John. The yellow bandits fellow seems to have slogged off somewhere, but the tall mail carrier with the lovely white complexion would probably get a kick out of your big computer with the weird boy on it. Show her inside. The hole blown into the station by the caution guy's rocket leads into the third room, which had been locked. Unsurprisingly, there is another sort of gizmo in here, and you have no idea what it does. The station is very low on power, so you don't think you'll be able to find out. You unlock the third room from the inside, and go to the computer room. There he is, the funny boy you were talking about. His name is John. You encourage your alabaster friend to say hi to him using the human keypad communication system. Oh, these are like the individual worlds that the four are going to go to. That's John's, that's Rose's. I presume Volcano Land's going to be Jade's, and Gear World is going to be Dave's. But instead, C takes note of your nice chalk drawings and pays you a compliment. You're somewhat mystified by the fact that the C is be more impressed by your silly drawings than your amazing technology. Maybe simple things are the key to the heart of a lady. You do not know because you do not know anything about ladies, really. They are a riddle draped in a mystery wrapped in post-apocalyptic shroudware. You decide to give her the chalk. She is grateful for the colorful present and think it looks like fun. Suddenly, a powerful aroma hits your non-existent nostrils. Someone is cooking something delicious. It demands investigation. You stop and examine the kind mayor's device. It is quite similar to the one in your station, before the unfortunate accident, the one with the familiar-looking girl on it. Perhaps this one is best left alone. Still, there is something familiar about the boy on this monitor, too. So yeah, C is definitely that one very tall creature of light that Jade encountered when she was in the dream. I am told your name is John. Is that correct? Yep, that's right. It's nice to meet you, John. John isn't directly cognizant of your greeting, but I'm sure he would feel otherwise. He would feel likewise. Okay, John, let's explore this place. Okay, have at it. If you're at a loss, click the controller button up there. This may or may not mean anything to you depending on your current perspective. This is great. Something is in there. Take a look. You got a mini tablet. There's something inside. Should There's nothing inside. Should we put something in? You drop in one of your precious shoes. You hate to see it go, but you have to follow the custom and give it what the tablet asks for. This one's empty. Perhaps a delivery's in order. Same with this one, you guess. At least this hat didn't technically belong to your dad. You made it yourself. Introduce yourself to the local amphibious fauna. I am a secret wizard. Behold my robes. Behold robes. Yes. You wonder what the hell a secret wizard is. You don't think you'll ask him for your bedsheet back. Hooray! This one contains a prize. You got an uncarved mini tablet. Open it. Open it. You got a chisel. How exciting! A parcel for you. Retrieve it. You got a chunk of amber. Why am I repeating myself? Converse. I have renamed myself Crumplehead. I have dishonored my ancestors beyond comprehension with this frivolous accessory. He has, oh my, a good place to keep lookout. So yeah, the medium. I was correct before, or what I was thinking. The medium is just another world where John exists in it. But the area we were before he entered the first gate, is still connected, is still in the same, let's just call it dimension as everything else. At least for the first gate. What happens with the second, third, up to the seventh gate? Don't know. All we know is that beyond the seventh gate, there is there is Skya and the light and dark worlds. Nana, are you there? Yes. I just saw my house from below. What gives? Why did the gate take me down here? All the gates do, John. To ascend, each time you must first descend. Huh. Alright. So I guess I scramble around down here until what? Until you find the next gate. It is hidden somewhere in the land. Wait, I gotta do a correct Nana Spread voice. Until you find, fuck. Until you, yes. Fuck, I can't do it. Doing Carcam messed up my vocal cords. Okay, so I get to that gate and go in. Then what? Where does it take me? Further up maybe? But I haven't even built that high yet. So you see why you had to build in the first place, John. You must have a little faith in your dear old Nana. Yeah, well, I do, Nana, but I'm still not really getting it. Does next gate down here take me back to the house or something? Please don't say hoo hoo hoo. Hoo hoo hoo. Seer. Seer, can you hear me? Apparently she can, though usually she goes by road. Sees the sheer of light? Okay, so air of breath, I'm presuming is John. It all depends on the area then, okay. Seer, can you hear me? Though usually she goes by Rose. Have a look around, Rose. You have much to discover. Go over the river and through the woods. Copper Cyclops, Tar Basilisk, and another Tar Basilisk. Jade drops toilet in Dave's room. Ah, this is the worst shitting thing I've ever seen. The thing that just happened. Hi, Dave! Jesus, and the worst thing is, all that juice I drank, I mean, you just had to figure all that juice was going to come back to haunt me. Like Frankenstein's incontinent fucking ghost. It was like Chekhov's juice. What? And be perfectly clear. What I'm trying to say is, it's like a fucking Christmas up in my bladder here. And where do I find my toilet? Oh look, here it is. Amputated in my room. Gagged with a towel like a fucking prison hostage. And now the crux ploder is counting down. 4 hours. Oh, I guess that's not that bad. 4 hours until what? What? Oh god, are you asleep? I think I might be. Okay, okay. Let's just not panic here. I'm not panicking. I feel fine. Let's try to play cool and not break all my shit. Also, don't put anything weird in the Caesar kernel. I'm going to go find somewhere to pee. Don't watch me, okay? Like, I know you dream about me enough already. Let's keep some shit left to the imagination, okay? I won't look, okay? Jeez. The last thing I need is for your weird brain webcam to be snapping out, just be snapping shots of my dong. Your grandpa was a sick fuck. Why would he build a voyeur bot for a little girl? Fuck. Stop being a huge baby and go pee. Use now empty apple juice bottle as pee receptacle. You begin to hatch a brilliant plan. Some code, Pastor Chumahedui. Once you're done, you'll capsulog the bottle and send the code to Egbert and tell him it's something really important. And he'll make it and be like, oh man, yes, apple juice. I am so thirsty. But he will not be drinking delicious juice. Oh no. He'll be choking down a world of hot piss, and it will serve him right for liking all those dumbass movies unironically. But that all sounds like a big waste of time, so you just go in the shower. Kick that puppet out of the shower. Wait. The air of breath, who's asleep after performing a big thing. That actually sounds more like Jay than it is John. So if the title Seer for Rose wasn't actually just a bait and switch or a red herring, then that seems to mean the Jade is going to be the one we see where John is. Oh no, Dave. What? What is it? Dave, this poor bird. What bird? The one with the sword through it. I wouldn't know anything about that. But isn't this your sword? That could be anyone's sword. What does it look like? Is it a cheap piece of shit? Because I only bought it with high quality blades. Forged by Stoic Asian masters. Hells of rude kinds of expensive. All I know is it's sharp and it's through a bird and it's a sword. End of story. I'm going to help the poor bird. Wait, what do you mean? Damn it, hold on a minute. Retrieve Dave's copy of Spurb and the Impaled Crow. Put something weird in the seizure kernel. Stabbed, sword, bird, kernel sprite now. Wow, awesome. So now I guess instead of having a wise or helpful spirit guide spirit sprite thing, I'm stuck with this brainless feathery asshole. What do you mean? I just brought the cute Burby back to life. Isn't it great? We need to wake you up. You're not very logical like this. Kind of dumb, really. Gosh, I'm so sorry. I was tired. Yeah, but come on. You sleep like 20 hours. Yeah, but come on. You sleep like 20 hours a day. Well, you are out of luck. I'll wake up when I'm good and ready. Trying to think. Wake up. Where are you sitting? Are you on your bed? Yes. Why? What side? The right side. Why? Okay, here's what I want you to do. Just humor me. Raise your left hand. Okay. Now just kind of sweat the air to your left. Punched herself. AR. Use gunpowder and empty crates to make a campfire. Win over that fine carapace and gray. Love triangle. You are vaguely reminded of something. It's hard to remember. It was so many years ago. So many years ago. Entrenched in the temporally oblique. Wait a minute. Is that going to be one of the people we see here? What have we here? An illegally parked vehicle. You sure hope this guy's got a swollen porcolo. He just landed himself in a citation city. AR, surround the scene with caution tape. This looks much more orderly. Public safety has been assured. Your sworn duty as an authority regulator has been upheld. AR, write the owner of this vehicle a ticket. Parking citation. Hello. What have we here? You discover a couple of unauthorized parcels in the cabin of the vehicle. You confiscate them immediately. You are a simple parcel mistress on one of your routes. Today is another day of uneventful but highly satisfying deliveries. You stop in your tracks. It is a dangerous agent from the enemy kingdom. Perhaps you should avoid him. But you notice he is holding two parcels. You recognize one of them. You spent a long time looking for it. It looks like you are going to need to get that package from him somehow. John, activate Ghost Gloves. Sons of bitches are harder to kill than you thought they'd be. A gun? Wait a minute. The Gigclops absconds. Jade's grandfather's here, and he's got the book. He got Colonel Sassaker's book. You could have sworn that strange man was holding your copy of Colonel Sassaker's. Parcel Mistress, Authority Regulator, and WV Stargaze. It is a clear and peaceful night. Also, hey, hello Tortoise. Sorry I didn't see you earlier. For those who don't know, this is also a stream as well as a YouTube video. As such, it is a VOD. Hello Tortoise. We're reading Homestuck. Hope you enjoy it. And I hope to annoy you greatly with my voices. It is a clear and peaceful night. A delicious meal has been shared with new friends. The glow of the ammunition fire gradually subsides. All is well. But you can't shake the feeling there is something familiar about all this. There is something that you are forgetting. Of course. Now you remember. You must deliver a message to John right away. Women. You should do a solo leveling reading stream for you. One day I will. Perhaps one day. I don't know. Pay me $100 and I'll do it right now. Actually, no. Make it 50. I'm being nice. Parcel mistress. Retrieve package. You conclude you have no choice. You will march right up to him and ask politely for the package. Wait a minute. What's this? It is a carved mini tablet. The carving is not especially clear to say the least, but your wealth of delivery experience allows you to decipher it immediately. It is the other parcel the agent is holding. It appears you will need to acquire both from him now. It is your sworn duty. Ready sword. You do not have a sword. You're quite sure it would never occur to you to carry a sword or resort to violence under any circumstance. You will have to take a more diplomatic route with this fellow. Authority regulator. Doff your hat to the attractive female. You doff so furiously you are in danger of starting a hat fire. Probably not the best idea around all this oil, especially without any sort of flame suppressant handy. Barbasol. It just showed Barbasol. Retrieve both parcels. He cannot give them to you. They are illegal contraband, and if you wish to petition for their release, you must consult his superiors. You show him the carved mini tablet, as he can plainly see. You have signed authorization to deliver one of the parcels. He gives you the envelope, but he retains the package. You quickly drop the envelope into an empty Pyxis. It is out of your hands now. The breeze will know where to take it. You follow the agent. You must not lose track of that parcel. Chase that man. You want your book. You have some questions for that guy, whoever he is, but the village is still burning. You've got to help these salamanders put out this fire. Save the lizards. Okay, you just said they were salamanders. Anyway, thank goodness for your barbasol bomb. The cooling lather should work its magic in no time. Oh god, how can shaving cream be so flammable? A big gust of wind conveniently comes along and blows out all the fire. It is really convenient. The townspeople rejoice and are more than willing to give you all the credit. You suspect it is probably because they are not all that smart. John, the uncarved tablet you received. Why, yes, it appears you do. Great, I would like you to carve something on it. You seem amenable to this request. It's a little wobbly up on top of all these dancing lizards, though. Not that it matters, because you suck at drawing anyway. Rose, find your sprite. Your deceased pet. Jasper Sprite is nowhere to be found. He always was a little cagey, even when he was alive. Is it not why you are here? Someone is pestering you, but you are oblivious to the message because your laptop is buried under 3 inches of fucking yarn. There are footprints in the white sand. Follow them. It looks like they lead out back to the mausoleum. Examine your pet's tomb. The mausoleum was destroyed by the explosion. The secret passage remains. We have no idea where it leads, but it sure isn't the lab anymore. Enter. It seems someone has recently untied a boat. A mother will do whatever is best for her children. WV. Become the mayor of Exile Town. You build a bigger and better town to preside over. All ex expatriates are welcome, no matter what happened in the past, regardless of professional persuasion or metallurgical affiliation. You cut the town's ribbon with an official judicial bayonet, which is stuck inside a grenade, but you are kind of nervous about removing it. This should catch the eye of the tall, nice lady. The grumpy yellow guy thinks this is dumb. He thinks it is dumb because any town without a proper militia is as good as conquered. As such, he prepares one begrudgingly. It's a dirty job, but someone must be charged with the defense of the innocent. WV. Fondly regard Desert Night. The stars twinkle over the freshly christened Exile Town. It is a beautiful evening and the future so full of promise. Can't imagine what could possibly. Oh my god, a huge eggy looking thing just appeared in the sky. Jade. Give Dave punch card an eggy locking thing slash chick. Okay, so okay, you do that and then he makes a totem with it and then some other stuff happens and then egg. So yeah, it's basically confirmed that all the bunkers are the individual transport mechanisms that they use for their iteration of the medium, which makes it very interesting, specifically because right now it just appeared, so it seems like it's also happening sort of in real time, but in the future as well. Dave, Pester Jade. Oh man, awesome. It's awesome where you put that. I was worried we were on the verge of getting some shit done. Dave, I was going to build some stairs up there. Duh. Well, where are they? You say there will be stairs, and yet I see no stairs. Gosh, I don't know. I guess I didn't find the time to make them because I keep getting punched in the face by robots and stuff. Sorry. Am I supposed to break that thing or hatch it or what? I don't know. Also, what happened to all my shit? The stuff scattered all over the roof. Did you put it somewhere? Nope. I mean, not that I care. It was a lot of mostly useless garbage. What was it doing up here? I was going to use it to fight my bro with, but I guess I forgot in the heat of battle. Also, he was too fast. Make the world's largest omelet. Whoops. Looks like that dumb idea isn't going to happen. A brainless, feathery asshole swoops down and carries the egg away. Okay, so the egg is now in the nest made of shitty swords and soft puppet ass. Please advice. I think your sprite wants to hatch it. Aw, do you think that'll take more than 4 hours? I don't know. It looks like it's pretty warm where you are. It's hot as the sizzle side of the steak. Maybe not too long then? I guess we'll find out. Maybe I should try to get it back and put it in the microwave. Deploy, Jade, deploy punch designates. And she drops the microwave off. You can't. You'll need more shale for that. Check unknown objects. Okay, some of these things we can deploy, but some things we don't have nearly enough grist for. You mean the jumper block thing? No, we've got enough for that, but it's still pretty expensive. Wait, what? The thing costs 1,000 for me. Yeah, me too. I have 2,000 to work with. Okay, 1,998. What? Man, I only got 200 to splash around with in Rose's Rainbow World. What the hell? Oh, how much did Rose start with when she was playing with John? Hang on, I'll ask. Okay, she says 20. I guess we keep getting more with each server client connection. Yeah, so I guess you can buy everything now. No, I can't buy the holopad thingy and the IntelliBeam laser station. Okay, now I know you're making this shit up. No, they're right there. They cost a fortune. Well, all I got here is a Designix, which I can't deploy because I don't have any purples, and the expensive as hell jumper thing and the cheap Sunch, which I assume do dig all without the jumpers to put on. Oh, also this CD, which is 100, but I didn't drop because it seemed like a stiff allocation of resources for now. Yeah, I've got that too. I'll deploy it. So with each new connection in our player chain, I guess new weird deployables are introduced. Yeah, I think that's how it works. When John connects with me, he'll probably get some cool new things too. Hey, look, we're learning stuff. Deploy green and white compact disc. What what should I do with these beta copies? I don't really need them anymore. I suppose just hang on to them for a while, and then later just do whatever you are naturally compared to do with them. Wow, that was a weird answer, but okay. You take the beta and the CD. Deploy a circuit board looking thingy. More monster. My throat is dying. It was obviously labeled as the jumper block extension. It appears to be deployable only as an extension to the alchemiter. Looks like you're going to have to move it. Damn, and it looks so nice up there. You spend another relatively affordable 100 build grist to relocate it. That you then pay the steep fee of 1,000 build grist to deploy the jumper block extension. Attempt to deploy capture log disk drive. Again, the name of the thing was right there in play sight. You deploy the punch card shunt for peanuts. Looks like a capture log card supposed to fit in this slot. Insert card with the CD on the slot. You put the card in the slot and stick the shunt on the jumper pins. Nothing happens. You might need to stick a punched card in there, probably allowing the holes in the card to affect the flow of current through the circuits. And to punch cards you'll need to get a designate somehow. Insert disk into computer. Install software. Grist torrent is now running. Illegally pirate some of John's shale. You start leeching off of John's shale at a pace of 4 grist per second. 4 Gs per second. Not the fastest download rate, but then again you don't need a whole lot. In 1 second you already collect enough for a punch designix. Download a bunch of grist from John, he has plenty. You set the application to leech off John's build grist because he obviously got too much for his own good. It cuts the download rate in half though. Ectobiologist began pestering tentacle therapist. Rose, are you there? I went through the gate. Nana said you might be here too. Are you in kind of this spooky glowing place with oily rivers and stuff? Let me know, okay? I guess one could use those words to describe it, if armed with a predilection for the inapt. Blah blah blah. Okay, what word would you use? What words would you use to Miss Wordy Pants McSparty blah? Eerily iridescent? Uh, I certainly don't see any oily rivers. There's an ocean though. I haven't found an ocean yet, but I don't know. This place is really big. It's like a whole planet down here. Oh man, which reminds me, I just got hunted by a troll. Yes, one of them is bugging me too. It's bugging me now. I thought it was an odd timing. Yeah, well, they say they want to be friends. Also, they're playing Spur, but like not the same session as ours or something. Also, they're moving backwards in time, which sounds really retarded, but whatever. Color my curiosity piqued, I guess. Yeah, I guess answer him if you want, or not. But anyway, it's great you made it here alive and stuff. So Dave came through. Eventually. Pardon the envy I'm about to vent in your direction. What for? For finding yourself at the mercy of a rational orchestrator. Oh, yeah, I'd feel kind of weird if Dave was watching me too. You don't feel weird when I watch you? Or does I feel weird when you're just talking to me? When you're watching me, it's just like the weird frosting on a big weirdo cake. I can't see you now for what it's worth. Yes, I'm free. Okay, I'm going to go over this river and through these woods. You talk to your troll, I guess. We'll compare notes later. Okay. Bye, John. Who is this bothering you? Gallows Calibrator began trolling Tentacle Therapist. God damn it. Why do I keep having to use. Mm, I'm running out of voices. Hey, Lalonde. Stop crying in your mom's beverage. She hates you and has left you forever. Okay. I'm. That's enough for today. Um, I'm going to need to decide on a few voices for the trolls. And also my throat is dying after having voiced Carcat, so I'm going to need a break. Anyways, I wish you all a good afternoon, good evening, and good night.